Hello. How's everybody doing? I'm reading the chat here and I see we've got some confusion. Yeah, sorry about that. That's entirely my fault. Hopefully everybody's had a good weekend. Or I guess a good, half of your weekend. The other half is still to come. Hopefully the work week has been not too stressful. Yeah, so to answer the big question, wait, what happened to the Sega Saturn stuff? Trina of Trina's Technobabble sent me a graphics card for a long and meandering reason, which I'll explain in a second. I accepted it, and I didn't want Trina to have to wait 3 weeks to find out if this card worked or not, if it arrived here in one piece, because I'm going to be traveling next weekend and the weekend after that. October's a very busy month for me, so the next stream isn't going to be until the 26th. And that's when we'll do the Saturn stuff. So I'm sorry to get everybody's hopes up. It's going to be a real simple stream today. We're going to open this box and see if what's inside it works. So, what's inside it? Well, we are going to be testing this card on my Crossfire test bench. This was the machine that we put together, I think, maybe a year ago now? This is the overclocked Sandy Bridge i5, the Core i5 2500K. That we put together and overclocked to 4.6 gigahertz. It's kind of a screamer. It's pretty great. And the SLI and Crossfire on this board works. It's built on an ASRock Z77 Extreme 4. Works like a charm. So I was going to use this board for, and I'll switch over to the desk cam so y'all can see it. I was going to use this board for a video on SLI and Crossfire because I've never actually had a dual GPU like Crossfire system before. So I've got a 4850 in here. I picked up a second 4850. I tried them in Crossfire and they worked for a while. And then this one started artifacting because of course it did. So I've got just the one working 4850 now, and I don't love it a lot. But I guess I'm going to pick up another copy of it so that I have two working 4850s so I can actually do that video. The thing is, so then I'm like, what am I going to use this machine for if I can't do a Crossfire video? Well, I could use it for my GTX 280. It'd be the perfect, period for a GTX 280 video. And the GTX 280 was the first consumer card from NVIDIA that heralded in the current naming scheme for NVIDIA cards, right? Like it's a GTX, family is 280, and the card model is the 80. It's the top end model. Well, it was the top end model until AMD released, or until NVIDIA released the 285. And the reason, here's why we're doing this today, the reason that NVIDIA released the 285, the GTX 285, is what's in this box. What's in this box is a card I've been trying to get my hands on. I have another one here. I have this one arrived to me as listed as tested and working, and it arrived to me not working, and that is a 4870. Yeah, so hopefully this has a working 4870 in the box, and we're going to test it on this SLI test bench. Perfect, it's period correct. I've got the last version of Windows on it that'll run its drivers, which is Windows 8.1, which also happens to still run Steam, so we can run a couple of games on it and see how it does. So, that very long and meandering path is why we're here. I apologize. Feel free to bail if you were here to see old Sega Saturn stuff. That's going to be in a couple of weeks. Sorry about that. But, let's get this box open and see if this card works. Hopefully, the U.S. Postal Service hasn't damaged it too much. Before we open it up, let's say hi to chat. Who is here? We've got a bunch of folks here. Retro Macintosh is here. Hello, welcome to the stream. Dave's Vintage Apple Tech is here. Welcome to the stream, Dave. Francois Rival is here. Welcome to the stream. Tech Ensembles asking if this is live. It sure is. I get a lot of Eurozone viewers on these streams. Apparently this is the perfect time to stream over in Europe. So I've been advertising my streams on Mastodon with both my local time, which is Mountain Time in North America, and then also whatever the UTC equivalent is. And at this point, because we're in daylight savings time, and I think Europe is in daylight, it's not quite daylight savings. I don't know. I'm like 6 hours behind UTC, so maybe I got my UTC wrong. I'm not great at math, I'll admit. Anyway, it's not super uncommon for folks to be like, hey, where's the stream? Because they're like an hour off. Or I'm an hour off. Trina's here. Excellent. We're opening Trina's box, so it's a good thing Trina's here. Hello, welcome to the stream, Trina. Yeah, Trina says, I know what the story is behind the box, because I sent it. Yeah, Reto Macintosh, I had to wait to the stream change. Yep, we went over that. Jack68K is here. Raptor Engine is here. Hello, welcome to the stream, y'all. Who else is here? KMac Vintage, hello, welcome to the stream. Surprise! It's sort of old, but not that old PC stuff instead of Sega Saturn. Sorry about that. Thermal Channels here says hello from Texas. Hello. Harden Held is here. Hello, welcome to the stream. All right, so let's open this thing up and see if it works. My address is plastered all over the other side of this box, so I've taken the liberty of cutting the tape on that side of the box already. So we're gonna see if we can open this thing up without having to. Of course not. Didn't open enough tape. That, and we'll get that there. So we're gonna open it upside down, which means I'm probably gonna spill. Oh, it's not packing peanuts. Yay! Thank you, Trina. There's our card. Fantastic. Look at that, baby. Let's see. Got some tape on the side here. Cut this away from the bag so I don't cut the card. Okay, that should be all the tape. Thought it was all the tape. There it is. Apologies for the noises. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, there's more tape. I spoke too soon. There's more tape. Okay. Ta-da! Look at that. That's an XFX version. Not bad. It's shiny. Nice. That's interesting. It's also dual. Oh, it's dual DVI with no TV out. That's interesting. Let's see my other version here. This is a Sapphire, the other one that I have. The same basic idea, but it doesn't have the S video out. Huh. Interesting. So what I find really fascinating about these, the 4870 versus the 4850, these are the same. These use the same die, basically. 800 terascale shaders, but the 4870 is clocked higher and it's got faster RAM. And it's clocked higher enough, you can see on the back here, we've got 2 6-pin power connectors, whereas the 4850 has 1 6-pin power connector. That's pretty consistent across multiple 4850s. They just have the 1 6-pin. It's interesting that there's this one die, depending on how you have it configured and clocked, can use that much more power. That's literally double the power. I guess if you include the slot power, it's about 50% more power. But that's still... These were fast enough that it made NVIDIA release another card in their 200 series line. So it should be kind of interesting to see how fast this thing actually is. Now this is... no shade to Trina, but she did not clean any of this card. So there is a bit of dust inside the fan here. We should be all right. The important parts of the cooler are clear. You can see we've got this kind of twisty heat pipe cooler here. And you can see that the important parts of the cooler are there, where the airflow goes horizontally through the heat pipe. And those are clear, and that's fine. So we'll just use this as is for now. I will eventually take this apart and clean it and repaste it. Unless we see anything alarming on the temperatures on this while we're running it, I won't bother to repaste it on stream today. Should be fine. It should be fine. It should be fine. Right? It's fine. It'll be fine. So let's get a baseline using the 4850. Let's see what we get. I guess maybe in 3D Mark 06. Let's see what we get in say the big Mother Nature benchmark in 3D Mark 06. So let's fire this machine up and hop on over there. Let me switch over to the capture card. There we go. Fire this up. So we'll get a baseline with the 4850, and then we'll put in the 4870 and see what it does. Trina's apologizing for the tape. You see how fast that booted up, right? Like, this thing is a screamer. This overclocked i5 is just so fast. Okay, so we have Steam running, but it gives us this error message every time it starts. This is GL driver query 64. Apparently no longer functions on Windows 8.1, which is fine. It runs twice. Doesn't return anything to Steam, but Steam does actually work. So we've got a couple of games here installed from Steam that we can test with. And I know at least Skyrim works on here. I was testing that earlier today, so we're good there. So let's fire up a benchmark. And we're running this on the DVI port at 1080p 60. On 3D Mark 06. Uh-oh. I did not test this. Oh, I don't have open audio library. Right, maybe Vantage. Does Vantage need the open audio library? Yes. Insects loader is missing. I guess we're gonna download these fresh from UL, because of course UL owns 3D Mark now. Apparently, it's weird. Let's see, Future Mark Legacy benchmarks. I remember when they were called Mad Onion. Looks like Vantage is gonna get done first. I guess we'll do that one first. It's always something. I tested a bunch of this stuff before stream. Apparently I didn't test enough. It's always an adventure to do this live. Okay, so we'll start with installing Vantage. See if I can install it into this folder. That'd be pretty cool. Just get it to overwrite it. That'd be pretty neat. So I have to click custom to change where it's installed. Yes, I do. Paste. There. There we go, there's that physics update. Dave Starbucks says, just run fur mark on it. If it stays cool, leave it alone. However, if you don't pay close enough attention while you're running fur mark on it, you can really roast your GPU. Like, really roast it. Alright, I'm going to throw 3D Mark 06 on here real quick, and let's see if we can get it into the same location as well, because that's a nice trick. Charlotte says I had an awful early 2000s forum signature on Mad Onion's forums. It's okay, we were all younger and cringier back then. Asmodeus Devoluc says PCIe X8. I don't think so. I think these are X16. I think if you run them in Crossfire, I think it's 2 X8 slots. That's what it ends up bifurcating out into. But we are not running them in Crossfire today, unless I don't know, unless that other 4870 decides to work today. There's OpenAL. Wonderful. Okay. Now we've got it. Now we'll run 3D Mark 06 on this. It's always something. Drop that code in there. I don't think we need it right now. Oh, of course. We do need the code if we want to select specific tests. Okay, fine. Fine. If you didn't know, you can go and grab, off of this page here, if you didn't notice, UL/FutureMark gives you the serial numbers for all these old versions of 3D Mark. So you can always grab a full unlocked copy of 3D Mark, of older 3D Mark, if you're testing older hardware. Which is nice. Okay. Oh, we've only got, okay. Shader Model 2 graphics tests. We'll just run Firefly for us. That should be good enough. We'll see what we get for a frame rate out of the 4850. Go! Probably not helped by also having MSI Afterburner running, but you know, whatever. It's fine. This isn't serious benchmarking. We're not doing any XOC or anything today. Okay, so we'll go into the details and 43.9 FPS on the 4850. So let's see what that 4870 can do. I'm gonna drop this in a notepad. This is, I think this is a Vision Tech 4850. It's the 512 megabyte version. They got us 43.9. Yes. That is in 3D Mark 06 Firefly Forest. Cool. Alright, let's throw Trina's card in the machine and see what happens. Okay. There it is. Other PCI Express cable. Come on. Turn off already. That's better. Okay. I did. Awesome. Can't remember what motherboards I've popped the safety latches off of the graphics slots on. Apparently I've done it on this one already. Stay. Okay, so that was the 4850. The thing I found interesting looking at the benchmark charts for these 4870s is that there seems to be a lot more performance gain than just, you know, the product name itself would suggest. Oh, this bracket is bent a little, that's why. Hanging up on the motherboard. Got a little bit of shipping rigmarole. Okay. Plug that in there. Okay, let's see what this does. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Just for the fun of it, let's go over to the desk cam. In case it does blow up. You never know. Alright, so fire that up. Power. There we go. Seems fine. We've got picture. Cool. Switch back over to the capture card. We rebooted. We don't have a graphics driver loaded. Will it figure it out automatically? Or we'll have to reinstall this driver? That is the question. Maybe. Windows. It's doing something. I'm gonna take that as a no. And we'll just install this driver again manually. Oh, Trina, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just poking fun. It's fine. You have no, you can't, you can't control what the USPS does to a card once it's in USPS's control. Let's do the express install. Yes, go. Next, please. Do it. Thank you. There we go. It's all good. We get a crash on one of the control panel components. It's fine. Everything else works. I want to give this a quick reboot just to clear that graphics driver out, and we should be good to go. There we go. Seriously, this thing boots so fast. Alright, so that should be, we're going to get our crash from Steam. Lovely, thank you. Excellent. Let's run 3D Mark 06. Well, we can double check actually first with GPU-Z to make sure we've got the card is all good. There we go. Yeah. 800 unified shaders. 30 gigatexels, bandwidth 115 gigabytes per second. That's quite a bit more than the 4850 has. Let's see what she can do. Let's see what she can do. Okay, we're just doing Firefly Forest because it's the toughest test in this particular 3D Mark. So let's see what this one does. Can we beat 43 FPS? What's going on in the chat? We've got some. Asmodeus says, I remember coming home from overseas and the HD 5000 series had come out, and I got a 5850. The HD 7850 was my favorite. I've got a 5870 in the other room in the it's the top end of my Terrascale collection. I don't have any 6000 series cards, but the 5870, that is it's a heck of a GPU. Okay, so if we go and look at details, we had 43.9 before, and this one gives us 53.5. That's pretty significant. Not bad. This is the XFX 4870. How much RAM is on this thing? I didn't even look. Hey, GPU-Z, how much RAM is on this? A gig. Nice. 1 gigabyte. Give us 53.5. That's pretty awesome. Sweet. So now I'm kind of curious. We've got a working 4870. Does my other one work or not? I'm morbidly curious. I have to know if my Sapphire works. Let's flip back over to the desk cam so y'all can see this. I think this is going to be a really quick experiment because I don't think this Sapphire works anymore. But if I've got two of them, we could crossfire them. Oh, this card gets warm. Wow. Wow, wow. All right, let's see. Beautiful. Yep, same thing, 2 6-pins. Okay. Man, I hope this thing works. It's so cool. That's a nope. That's a big old nope. You can see it boot looping. At least I think it's boot looping. I have no idea what it's doing because there's no display. The diagnostic LED is turned off, and we've got USB. So I'm gonna try the other plug on here. Well, that's a whole lot of no video there either. Bummer. All right, well, that's unfortunate. We got one working one anyway. Let's play some games. Boo. I've been getting a lot of tested working stuff that arrives to me broken. It's very annoying. Oh, this card is still warm. Holy cow. I guess it makes sense. 50% more power, 50% more heat. Okay. Switch back over to the capture card. Bummer, 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 bummer. Trina asks, how is the card sounding? Is it making a lot of fan noise? It's fine. I mean, the thing is, like, this is a high-end graphics card from its era. So like I would expect it to be a little louder than normal. Joe is here from Joe's Computer Museum. Joe says loot booping. Apparently we are not booting at all now, so let's give this a reboot. Maybe. Reset button is not responding. Come on. Yeah, thermal channel says I bought an RTX 3080. Got it home, found like 30 traces were cut with a knife. The seller blocked blocked him and deleted his account. I mean, yeah, there's people who are just like, they know the thing's bad and they're just there to dump it, right? But like, I think a lot of it is, I like to hope that a lot of it is, the thing does actually work. And then the seller puts it in not enough packaging and ships it, and it gets destroyed in the mail. That's been a lot of the things I've bought this year have been, let's put this in one piece of bubble wrap, like one piece of thin bubble wrap. We'll put it in an envelope, like a padded envelope, and we'll ship it. Like, that's not an appropriate way to ship anything. Okay, well, we've got a working 4870, so let's play something that was definitely not designed for Skyrim. This is the original release version of Skyrim. It's not special edition. So this still uses a DirectX 9 code path. I believe if I hit continue, it should be the one that I just saved this morning in testing this. Clarajon 1 Plus is here. Hello, welcome to the stream. It is indeed where I saved it. Awesome. So this is classic Skyrim, original edition, DirectX 9 code path, probably the DirectX 10 code path because this is a DX10 graphics card. But there's not a lot of difference there. It's working. Frame rate's not bad. The thing is, this is at 1080p, which I don't think any 4000 series card was really ever designed to do with a game that's this large and complicated. Mouse support's not exactly the smoothest I've ever seen, but kind of par for the course for a Bethesda game. Here we go. So just the one wolf? I thought there's more than one wolf here. I guess not. It's just the one wolf. We've got DPI ports that don't have an HDMI mode, so we don't have any sound, unfortunately. Which is bad for you guys because you can't hear anything, but it's also bad for me because I have no idea where the enemies are, other than like what I've memorized from 13 years of playing this game. I want to get into Bleak Falls Barrow and just see how it runs. I'm going to guess it's going to run great. If we're getting, you know, mid-40s outside. This is with all the graphics settings turned up except for anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing is turned off. And also should be turned off. I don't know if it kept it turned off, but it should be turned off. Also, anisotropic filtering is turned off because there's a bug in Terrascale on this engine where shadows don't render correctly if you have anisotropic filtering turned on, which is bizarre. But as far as I know, none of the Terrascale cards render shadows correctly if you're doing anisotropic texture filtering. Yeah, let's go. Enjoy my Warhammer. Warhammers are the best. I'm a sucker for a good two-handed melee build in Skyrim. It's a lot of fun. Just go around pummeling people. That's everybody. We don't have a secret archer up here today, which is kind of nice. Okay, let's get to Bleak Falls Barrow, and then we can try Serious Sam too. Any of you have anything good, interesting? Not really? Alright. Card's getting a little toasty. We've got 87 Celsius, 88 Celsius in Afterburner here, so it's running a little hot. Oh, there's that archer. About to have a bad day. Should be one more. Where are you? There you are. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. Alright, I'm expecting this to go right straight up to 60 FPS once we get inside the barrow. Because our frame rates are pretty darn good outside. We're not, actually. Frame rates went down. Maybe it must be all the volumetrics. Let's see what happens when we get further in. There we go. Once we get further in, yeah, we're closer to 60 now. It's still not there, though. That's interesting. There we go. There's 60. Yeah, it must just be the volumetrics in that first room. Come on, Bandit Outlaw. You can do this. There you go. Walk over there and kill yourself. And yoink! You have chosen poorly. I don't have this memorized. You'd think I've played this enough I'd have this memorized, but I don't. I'm surprised at how bad the frame rate is, but it is, again, it is running at 1080p. We're using 823 megs of the 1 gigabyte on board, so we're pushing this little 4870. take that. Grab that. I swear the first time that I killed the rats in this staircase, one of them gave me a disease. So every single time since then, I've always been cautious about the rats in there. It's one of those classic Bethesda moments where, you know, you catch some kind of intractable disease from a low-level rat in a dungeon, your first dungeon. It's definitely the alpha effects, because you can see, like, we don't have alpha on the screen. We, you know, 60 FPS, 45 FPS. Yeah, we drop quite a bit of frame rate with the alpha and volumetrics. There we go. Well, at least the noise gate is working, so you guys can't hear the fan whine when I'm not talking, because otherwise that would be so annoying. I'd say it's leveling out, but it is creeping up there. It's at 89 Celsius now. It's a little toasty. Terrascale was good for that, though. It was very good at getting too warm. Save this one here, and we'll go try Serious Sam 2. Thermal Channel says, I was so surprised a few months ago when Tech Ambrosia just busted out a GP100 video. The GP100's just on the shelf over there. I honestly picked it up to do like machine learning here at home and in the lab, and the machine that was supposed to go in had died on me, so now it's a graphics card again. Alright, let's run some Serious Sam 2. It's in a window? Why is it in a window? Oh, that's why. Let's set our options. There we go. Let's start with 720p. It should be fine. I don't think this is going to have any problem with that. Full screen, yes. Apply, yes. There we go. Wonderful. It does a little benchmark. That's adorable. Aw. That's so cute. There we go. Texture size maximum. Alright. And it says 1280 by 960. Let's do 720p so it actually like scales correctly onto the screen. Apply. Okay. Let's play some Serious Sam 2. Yes! Charlotte says, oh, Serious Sam 2, not the second encounter. This game is so silly. It is. I love how irreverent this game is. I miss that. I miss that in modern games. Everything's so serious nowadays. Like, that was the whole idea with Serious Sam. That was the joke. It wasn't serious, but it was called Serious Sam. Yeah, runs alright. 144 FPS, 200 FPS. Let's turn the resolution up. It sounds like we can get at least, I would think at least 900p. Get a good, I don't know, 100 FPS at 900p? Maybe? Maybe if it comes back? Uh-oh. I feel like something may have crashed. It did indeed. Cannot set display mode. Huh. Doesn't like 900p, that's really weird. That might be my capture card. So my capture card's kinda terrible. Let's try this again. I guess we were running Skyrim at 1080p. Let's run this at 1080p. 1080. Full screen, yes. Apply, yes. There we go. Hey, Gutbomb's here. Hello, Gutbomb. Welcome to the stream. You missed the Skyrim, but yeah, we're doing Serious Sam too. It still says maximum texture size. Okay. Only have a gig of VRAM, but alright. Sure thing. Oh, it's set up to 960p again, that's why. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah, there we go. 100 FPS at 1080p, yeah, that's fine. This shotgun is hilarious. Where's that dinosaur? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you know, it's a dinosaur that shoots fireballs. It's fine, don't worry about it. That's what I mean. This game doesn't take itself too seriously. I wish you could shoot down ships, but you can't. All I can do is blast the enemies coming out of them. We have hit 90 degrees on the 4870. We've got some time. Maybe let's repaste it. What do you think? Frame rate's good though. 1080p, 180 frames per second. Alright, I think that's what we're gonna do then. Trina says, plus you can teach me how to repaste one of these. So yeah, let's do that. Oh, I can't Alt F4, really? Come on. Are you serious? I love Serious Sam. It's so silly. Okay, so let's repaste this thing. Move that one, because it's broken. Woohoo, that's warm. That is warm. Alright, let's see, where's my thermal paste? Still got some left, yes, a little bit. Alright. Yeah, Asmodeus says card maintenance is easy. These aren't too bad. Basically, we've got 4 screws on the backside that hold the cooler on. This thing is like nothing. This cooler, you can see, it doesn't have any additional mounting holes. It doesn't like screw into the PCB anywhere. It's just these 4 screws on the back. Just undo them in a cross pattern, pop the thing off. It'll be good to go. It's just a little warm at the moment. So not super eager to take it apart just yet. Charlotte says the DVI cable is a key thermal conductor. Overall, the card looks like it's in pretty good shape. You can see it's got a little bit of dust under the fan there. There's a lot of dust like caked into that heatsink. But like I said, when we looked at it earlier, you know, the parts of the heatsink that are doing work are fine. But we can clear that out as well while we're looking at it. It's really just a matter of taking this fan off, which you can see. I'm stalling because I'm waiting for it to cool off. You can see we've got, you know, screws underneath the fan there. You can just undo those and then the fan comes off. And that's how you get in there. Really clean it out. Okay, so let's open this up. Super, super warm. Most of the warmth, though, I gotta say, it's coming from that VRM. That makes sense. It's toasty. Let go. There we go. So these are, yeah, you can see these little screws are captive. They've got little springs in them. So the nice part is you can't lose them. Asterisk, I'll probably lose them because I'm good at that. But once it's disconnected, you should be able to just lift the card away from the cooler. It should just be a matter of separating the two. There it is. Ta-da! Unplug the fan. It's just a JST connector. And there's the card. That's some crusty looking paste on there. Oh yeah, that's dry. That is bone dry. Gross. Let me grab a paper towel real quick. Always keep plenty of isopropyl alcohol on hand. Oh yeah, that's gross. So dry and nasty. So from here, if you were just repasting, you would really just have to reapply your thermal paste and then reassemble. Piece of cake. I'm going to take this fan off so we can clear out some of the dust in there. Like I demonstrated, that's just a couple of screws in here. Do I have a small enough screwdriver on here? I do. Ooh, that one just about went flying. Let's see if this will come out of here. That one's still a little bit engaged. Ooh. That one is also still a little bit engaged. Let go. There we go. Like I said, fan just lifts out. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So, the easiest way to clear this thing out is going to be, I'll just grab my vacuum cleaner. Idiot. Trina says, put on oven gloves. It's not quite that hot. It's not quite that hot. Oh, Blake DMC says, I doubt it could run Crisis. Well, I have the Crisis single player demo on this thing, so let's give it a try once I get it repasted and put back together. Asmodeus says that looks like a cooler from a 9800 XT. Actually, I have a 5770 that's got the same cooler. They reused it. Does it matter? It cools a particular TDP. I don't know. My guess is that it's running hot because it's full of it's caked full of dust. It's disgusting. Oh, too much stuff. Too much stuff. But yeah, here's the 5770, and it's a sapphire. It's got the same cooler. It's just mostly black instead of half red. I think it is actually literally the same cooler. Yeah, no, that is like literally the same cooler. All right. Apologies for the noise. This is not a quiet vacuum cleaner. I'm gonna grab the brush attachment for this because I gotta get into the fins. There we go. Vacuum cleaner's going back on. Cover your ears. Look at that! You can see through it now! That works! Okay. Grab this and I'll wipe some of the dust down on the PCB so it looks a little nicer. Okay. A little bit of dust in there. We've got a fan by First D. That's a lot of people experience on prom night, I think, is their first D. Asmodeus likes the sound of my vacuum cleaner. Oh, that is crusty. Dang. You really don't want your first D to be crusty. That's just, it's unacceptable. There we go. Fan's still a little bit grody looking, but it's much better than it was before. Gross. Alright. So then, as you might be aware, reassembly is the reverse of removal. So we'll throw some more thermal compound on here. Just going to put a small X on it. Not even an X. Does not need a lot of thermal compound. That's probably too much, honestly. But it's just going to get pushed off to the side. It's fine. It's non-conductive. It's not going to hurt anything. Before we put the cooler back on, let's get the fan reassembled. Goes in. Fan wire goes in here. Fan drops in like that. It kind of snaps in place. Get these tiny, tiny little screws onto the screwdriver. In a useful way. Okay. There. Okay. Surprisingly little dust on the underside of the cooler. So this is going to end up going back together this way. And you can see we've got some little posts here in the cooler that are going to actually sink into these through holes in the PCB. So just line those up like so. There we go. Let's get that cooler bracket on there. And this one you want to tighten crossways. So start this one over here. That's mostly just to apply even pressure. That's started. Get this one started over here. And started. Get all four of these in their holes and started, and then we can tighten them down in a cross pattern. There we go. I'm not going all the way in. That one's all the way in now. So then if we go across, get this one all the way, this one, and then this one. Doesn't really matter the order. Just do crisscross applesauce. Now it is reassembled. Plug the fan back in, we're good to go. Ta-da! That looks so much better. Let's see if it performs any better if I've just broken it. I'm actually going to put the last little bit of clean paper towel here. Clean off the contacts on this thing. They're a little bit gross. Just a smidge. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Put this back in. And put in power. Should be good to go. Okay. All good. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Speaking of cooking themselves to death, it would appear that we've witnessed the end of another 4870. And this is why the 4870 video is not out yet. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Oh, I wonder if that's the problem with the other one. If it's just like not making good contact in the slot. I wonder if that's what it is. Oh, oh my god. Alright, come on. You showed me the BIOS. Load your driver. Pretty please. Pretty please. God. Well, don't celebrate yet, chat. Hmm. Okay, we've got BIOS. That's better. Oh my god, finally! I wonder if this is what's wrong with my other 4870. Trina says you should have left the dust in there. Yeah, clearly it was load-bearing dust. Clearly it was load-bearing dust. Oh. Okay, well, let's see if temperatures have improved. Did this do anything other than give me a heart attack twice? Ah, I think, wasn't it idling at like 63 before? Raptor Ended says this is why I watch Tech Ambrosia. Okay, so we're back. Back in the wonderful world of Tamriel. Just watching those temperatures. So the fun thing about this card, right? So Skyrim came out in 2011. This card was released in 2008. So yeah, it was a top of the line card like 3 years before Skyrim came out, but you know, running Skyrim at 1080p at 30 to 60 FPS sometimes, still not bad. It looked like when we first started up Skyrim, the idle temp was about 53 instead of 63. And I'm watching the temperature right now. We're at 76, 77, 76. Let's play a little Skyrim, see what happens. Like, we pretty quickly got up to like 88, 89 degrees playing Skyrim. So let's see, we gotta catch this guy. Aravel the Swift teaches you how to... It turns around and pulls out a sword, and I can just decapitate him. Sucks to be you, man. So we're at 79 Celsius, which is not bad. We just touched 80. Let's see what happens. The fan is definitely not running at full speed. It's pretty quiet at this point. Let's drink a health potion. So far, 80 degrees. We just saw 81. It seems better. If I have to, we have to make a snap judgment right now. It seems better. Nope, I died. Did not pay attention to my health. Looking at the temperature. It's sitting pretty consistently at 80 degrees. Let's run Serious Sam too, because that definitely pushed this thing up into temperature stratosphere. Oh, definitely, yeah. No, it's definitely quieter. Trina says, I was going to say, it sounds quieter when you talk. Yeah, it's definitely not as loud as it was. Let's continue. So far, so good. We've hit 80 degrees. Yeah, I think the repaste worked. You're gonna have to declare that a success. We've got 10 degrees Celsius cooler temperatures all around. That's not bad. Yeah, it does not seem to be going above 80 degrees, so that's a huge win. Oh, there's 81. I just had to say it. We just touched 81 degrees, but that's so much lower than it was before. Do not want to be in close quarters combat with any of these people. There was 82 degrees. Temperature seems much, much better controlled. I'm curious though, like I just need to reseat that other 4870, that's why it's not working. How about that? I think that's a good time to try the other one. Cool. Cooler. There you go, Trina. Yeah, exactly. You got a free lesson in how to repaste a graphics card. Everybody watching got a free lesson on how to repaste a graphics card. Really, the only thing that makes it more complicated with newer cards is that you've got usually much larger shrouds, right? Like the coolers just get a lot larger. They're, affixed to the PCB in multiple places. You just have to take out more screws. But the basic idea is the same. You remove all the fasteners for the cooler, separate the cooler from the card, clean up and repaste it. That's pretty much it. Whew, that is warm. Warm, warm, warm. All right, so let's try giving the connector on the Sapphire a little bit of a clean. See if that's all it needs to at least start up. If I can get it to actually post and like run. I'll give it a repaste as well. Oh yeah, oh, that was a grody connector too. Awesome. Whoop. This is a similar idea. If we take this one apart to repaste it, you can see we've got those 4 screws we had on the previous. Let me switch over to the desktop view. Bum, 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 bum. You can see we've got the same 4 screws that are holding in the cooler to the GPU, but also we've got some additional black screws here that are holding the rest of the cooler to the PCB, because it's a little bit larger. It's a little bit larger of a cooler this time. But repasting this one would be pretty much the same as repasting the other one. So let's throw this in here and see if it goes. Oh, I8386SX says cool with a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Raptor Engine says a bit bigger. It's physically larger. It's only three heat pipes instead of 2, so it's not really like that much bigger. But let's this will be a little more persistent with getting this one to run. Maybe it still works. Okay, let's see what it does. That's a no. I don't know, this one looks like it's not coming back. I think this one's a goner, unfortunately. I'm not getting anything out of it. It's too bad too. Like I don't see any evidence of like leaky cap juice or anything. Just doesn't want to work. Just doesn't want to work. Trina says time to recap it. My guess is with graphics cards usually it's pretty obvious when it's the caps because it'll start up and then it won't, like something won't work right. Either it won't accept drivers or you'll get some weird like video problems. There's a lot of things that a graphics card can tell you by the way it produces video. When it doesn't produce any video at all, either you've got like a burnt out, you know, power stage, something in the power stage is just not providing enough power to the chip, or the chip itself you know, the GPU die itself is toast. Usually. GPUs, unfortunately, are not super repairable. There's certainly things you can try, but they're not usually that repairable. We've got like a half an hour before I really have to end the stream. Yeah, Asmodeus says most of them were VRM death. Yep. Put that in. This one does artifact on me a little bit, but it should still work. Where's my... I have a spacer for this one. Where did I put it? Not where I keep my spacers. Where's my spacer? Where is my spacer? There's the spacer. Spacer in there. Go. I have so much stuff. I have so much stuff. I have too much stuff. See if we can make this do the thing. Come on, get in there. Windows is like, you turned me off mid-boot too many times. Clearly there's something wrong with the Windows install. Yeah, no, just boot the damn PC. Come on, Windows. That is old school. Those first-gen Crossfire cards were wild. Alright, here we go. There we go. Like, come on, figure it out. Figure it out! You've got this. Come on. You done? Nope. Oh boy. GPU-Z sees both of the cards. Let's see if we get any frame rate improvement. Let's see, we need to put this on crud. That's not what I want. There's no option for triple buffering. Shoot. Let's see, do I have the control panel? No, that's right, it didn't install correctly. And settings. Here we go. Will the Catalyst Control Center open? Ooh, yes, awesome, fantastic. Okay. Crossfire. Oh, that's Crossfire X. Oh yeah, no, Crossfire X enabled. Let's see. Crossfire. Same options, okay. 4800 series. Excuse me. Primary adapter, linked adapter. It sees them both. Awesome. Okay. I guess. Great. Let's see if this works. I have no idea. Oh, this should be a riot. Right? Raptor Engine says plug and play, more like plug and panic. Plug and palpitations. Oh yeah, it was awful. Trina says I remember when plug and play things started to hit the market. Oh, it's working. Look. Look at that. Oh, that stutter is real. But we had 60 FPS for a second. There we go, yeah. We got 60 FPS. Oh, that's, yeah, see that? The one of the cards is not super happy. It's like 90% there. Aravel the Swift was not swift enough. Look at that! Oh, we got a nice smooth 60 FPS now. All you need is a second graphics card. That works most of the time. Remember to take my potions. Don't want to die on this run. We've got Crossfire. Like, I always heard that, like, Crossfire and SLI were just a pain in the butt. They weren't really worth it. But, like, look at that! That's night and day. Just about done. That's good. I'm good at this game. I wonder if 3D Marco 6 will work with the Crossfire. Gratuitous. Alright. Love it. Okay, let's see. I am curious if 06 will work with this. It should. I'm pretty sure 3D Marco 6 will work with this. Okay, we just want game test 2. And go. So 43.9 to beat. 53.5 for the 4870. Already 73? Look at that. Just magic. Just add another graphics card. The artifacting doesn't seem to be too visible when, like, the good card is the primary card. Because before I was running it the other way around. I was running the power color as the primary card and the vision tech as the secondary. That was impressive. That was impressive. Let's look at the details. That is 77.19 FPS. Crossfire 4870, 4850. 512 megabyte. You can type. That is it 70 what? 77.19. Say 77.2 FPS. Nice. There we go. Well, that's pretty cool. I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you, Trina. Obviously, the 4870 works great. Works quite nicely after a repaste. You will see this card in the future now that I have a competitor card for my GTX 280. So that's cool. Fun. Hope y'all have enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna close this and turn off this machine because it's still kind of loud. It's a little bit loud with 2 graphics cards. Although, see, you see what I mean? This top one has a better VBIOS in it. It turns the fan off when it's at idle, which is really nice. The Vision Tech just keeps running this fan like crazy. There we go. Alright, let's say good night. I hope everybody had fun. I sure did. This was a great stream. I have some more Terra scale cards that work. Hooray! Hopefully, the rest of your weekend goes well and you have some fun with some tech or whatever on your own time and on your own time. Dismissed! I'm gonna go get myself some dinner and hop in VR, and I will see y'all on October 26th. That'll be the next stream. Like I said, I am on the road next weekend, and then I'm also on the road the weekend after that. October's very busy for me. So the next stream will be the 26th, and that will be when we take a look at the Sega Saturns and this absolute behemoth, the Matrox Digidesktop. Flip the right way up so you can see it. The Digidesktop. We'll see if we can capture some video off of it, maybe of the Saturns, and it should be fun. These are the ridiculous cables that you have to use with the Digidesktop. Should be fun. We'll see if that works on the 26th. So hopefully everybody has a wonderful time and have a great rest of your weekends. Take care. Be kind to yourselves and others, and may the PC parts be ever in your favor. Have a good night.